Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Fertility, Hope, and Healing.
Before we get into this video, I wanted to let you guys in on an opportunity for a free workshop that I will be hosting on November 19th, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. This workshop will go into ways that you can optimize your fertility, health, and well-being, and also ways that you can actually rewire your brain for healing and for pregnancy. So don't miss out on this opportunity to sign up for this. You can access the link to sign up below in the description box. Just click on the arrow below and you can access it by clicking on the link that I have for you there. I look forward to seeing you guys at this workshop. It'll be free online November 19th. And then if you've missed this workshop, we're going to be doing some more in the future. So stay tuned. You can get more information on that by going to our website, lifeharmonywellness.com.
My name is Dawn and I'm a licensed acupuncturist and fertility coach. I've spent over the last 15 years helping couples achieve their dream of having a baby. Today, guys, I wanted to talk to you about recovering from a miscarriage. If you are in the process of having a miscarriage or have had a miscarriage recently, or it's been a while since you've had a miscarriage, this video is for you. And I wanted to first start off by saying, if you've had a miscarriage or going through one, I am so sorry that that's happening to you, and know that it is not your fault. It is not your fault that you're going through this. And the reason I can tell you that is because typically the reason why women go through miscarriages is because the embryo wasn't viable, the baby wasn't growing right, or wasn't healthy. So understand that, that's why you're going through it. So there really is not a lot that you've done to actually cause that. But there are some ways that you can prevent miscarriage. I did a video on that. You can access it through the link below. But this really is for you to focus on recovery right now, all right? So let me go over 5 ways that you can recover from a miscarriage. And the first way, guys, is really, please take the time to heal. First and foremost, it really depends on how long you've been pregnant or the type of miscarriage that you're going through, but it really is taxing on the body, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So just make sure you take the time to get pregnant. Way too many times I have seen way too many women want to get back on the horse and start trying right away. I hate to say, your body will resist it, and it takes at least 2 to 3 months before you can recover and then try again. So please take the time, rest during this period. Get pampered by your hubby and or your mate and your partner. So make sure that you just take the time to rest, all right, and recover, and take this time to even, stay in bed and watch some movies and take your mind off of things. That'll be the first recommendation I have for you to be able to recover from a miscarriage. The second recommendation would be to add some blood nourishing foods to your diet. So things like dark leafy greens, bone broths, beef bone broth is really good for the blood, but even if they're veggie broths, that's fine. You want to add some red foods. Anything red is good for the blood and helps build it and nourish it. And this is so important in general for fertility because we lose a lot of blood and our bodies need it, and they need to be constantly building blood all the time. So the other trick is to eat molasses. I know this sounds strange, but to actually consume it by tablespoon, maybe a teaspoon or a tablespoon a day, or you can make a yummy treat with that. No sugar, just the natural sugars. And that would be really good for recovery. That's really good after any birth. They actually use that, and that'll just help build up your blood, build up your iron, build up your strength while you're going through either a miscarriage or after a miscarriage. So that's my second recommendation, is to eat a lot of blood nourishing foods. The third recommendation would be to, access support from friends and family, around you. Talk to people about what you're going through. Share your feelings. I know it can be tough, and it may be in some situations, a lot of people are bringing it up because you told them you were pregnant and you were super excited about it. You may have even done a huge announcement on social media. You'll want to find those close friends and family that you can trust, that you can really talk to them about it. Really, really important. If you don't have that around, get help. Get help from someone that is understanding with fertility. That would be a licensed professional, such as a counselor or a psychologist, or you can also go to a fertility coach like myself that has specialties in helping people recover from that. But definitely talk to people, and then you can come up with a game plan of what to do and have more, healing in that situation. So the fourth thing that I would recommend that you would do is really to allow your emotions to come up and feel it. Really, really important, guys. You need to understand that what comes in must come out, okay? So when you're feeling these feelings, when you're going through these things, they need to come out. They just can't be suppressed. This is why it takes time to heal and takes time to process these things. Really, really important. But just allow those emotions to come up. Just feel them. Allow the grief for you to process through the grief and loss. If you don't do it now, you're going to do it later. And what it could do is cause a blockage that could prevent a pregnancy from happening in the future. So you really want to work hard on processing through what you've been through, because you want to have a good pregnancy the next time. And, there's just too many times I've seen all these people who haven't processed it, and then they get pregnant again, and they are just super paranoid about losing the baby, and it just doesn't help. It puts so much stress within the pregnancy in and of itself. It just steals from their quality of life. So just take the time to allow your emotions to come up. Just brain dump things down on a piece of paper, get it out, cry, feel it, allow it to come up. And the last thing I want to say is the fifth recommendation I have if you need to recover from a miscarriage would be have a spa day. Pamper yourself, okay? You can do this at home. You can go with your friends to get a pedicure, get massages, or have an entire spa day. Have at it. The other thing I would recommend is treat yourself, and treating yourself not just to a spa, but just like a cup of coffee. Do some things that you couldn't do if you're pregnant, all right? I say this all the time, especially too if you are going through this and you've been trying and you're not, you're like at a point where you keep not being pregnant. Sorry, I can't get it out. You needed like a day or two, just, have some fun and just, and it doesn't have to include a cup of coffee or a glass of wine or something like that, but those are the things I kind of recommend. Go out for some sushi, do some things that you could do if you weren't pregnant. The last thing I just want you guys to understand is that us as healthcare providers, when we see someone go through a miscarriage, it's tough. It's tough too for us, but we know deep down inside that is a really good sign that you actually got pregnant, So I want you to really understand that and embrace that, number one, the baby wasn't going to be healthy. Number two, that you got pregnant. So many people just wish that they could get pregnant, And number three, understand too that you are going to one day be able to get pregnant and carry a pregnancy to full term. I want you to be able to see yourself as doing that, okay? I want you to be able to regain confidence before you start trying again, as best as possible, or at least fake it till you can make it, all right? Let me just tell you, no matter what you've been through, I've had situations. Let me just give you a quick story real quick. There's a woman that I treated one time for fertility coaching who went through 6 miscarriages. And she called me with her 7th pregnancy. She was in her early 20s. It was just crazy. And the doctors did not know why she kept having a loss. I was able to successfully diagnose the reason. With Chinese medicine, we look at things a little bit differently. And I was able to give her herbs and some supplements that were able to help her in her 7th pregnancy. She was in her 7th week of her 7th pregnancy. She always lost the baby by the 10th week, and that baby's life was directly saved by Chinese medicine. It was one of my most favorite stories to tell people, that, you know, you can go through nightmare of one thing after the next happening terrible in your fertility journey, and now she's got like 3 or 4 kids. So it's really truly amazing. I know one of them is at least adopted, but she's had her own since, you know, that time. So you can successfully get pregnant no matter what it is that you've been through. You can make it through, you can heal. I know the pain is really tough going through it. I know that from personal experience too. This is why I'm so passionate about helping women with this. Guys, if you need any help on your fertility journey, I'm a fertility coach. You can work with me directly by going to our website, lifeharmonywellness.com. And please subscribe to this channel so you can join our community. Like this video, comment below if you have anything you want to say. We would love to support you, and love and blessings on your fertility journey.